What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the World's TV YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss out on any of this brand spanking new content moving forward. So it seems like LeBron James has finally grown a set of balls and actually decided to somewhat defend Kyrie Irving after Kyrie got maliciously slandered wrongfully by the media and being labeled an anti-Semitic person, which he had a lot of supporters that came out and defended him. I was one of them, and a whole bunch of other people. But the mainstream media won't talk about that. They be like, Kyrie hates Jews, and he was forced to apologize and use the specific words, I'm sorry, but he never said that he was an anti-Semitic person or shown any types of beliefs of anti-Semitism. Nonetheless, he had to go through that whole bullshit of 5-6 things to do to get back on the court to play for the Brooklyn Nets, including donating $500,000 to the ADL. It was just a list of bullshit things. And at that moment, Kyrie's punishment was more than just anti-Semitism. It was personal. It was Joe Tsai trying to get back at him because of what happened last year with the ridiculous vaccine mandate. And Kyrie said, fuck no, I'm not taking the vaccine. And Joe Tsai was mad. And this is just one of those owners trying to flex their muscle and power to their employees. Again, slave mentality mindset. But we already talked about that. Moving on. So a reporter asked LeBron James, a reporter did ask LeBron James. LeBron James came out and cut a reporter off because this was during the post-game conference and pretty much saying, I'm surprised you guys haven't asked me any questions about the Jerry Jones segregation photo that happened back in like the 50s, 1957, when he was like a 14, 15-year-old high school kid in Arkansas. And he said, you guys were quick to ask me questions about Kyrie Irving's fiasco, but you guys have not asked me one question about the Jerry Jones fiasco. And so I'm going to play this clip for you guys, get my thoughts, and, skedaddle after that.
I got one question for you guys before you guys leave. I was thinking when I was on my way over here, I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones.
Also, that's what happens when you're rich. That man got a whole bunch of chains on. I stopped it at the wrong time, but just wanted to say that. That's what happens when you're rich, man. I wish I had chains like LeBron does.
But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Okay.
Hold on.
And he's like, hold up, no. I'm the reporter now. I'm asking you guys the questions. Since the media, you guys like to control the narrative, I'm gonna flip it back on you.
And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk,
just for thought,
and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through.
Exactly.
And that Jerry Jones photo
got a lot of change.
Is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform
and money,
when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker.
The news doesn't stop talking about that shit for a whole fucking 2 to 3 weeks. Facts.
It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to react to that. First of all, I'm happy that LeBron James finally said something, even though it's kind of tied to the Kyrie Irving situation. But he's like, yo, keep that same energy, what you guys did for Kyrie Irving to Jerry Jones. You guys buried and maliciously attacked Kyrie Irving every single day. The news headlines, the tabloids wrongfully labeled that man anti-Semitic, called him a whole bunch of names, blah, blah, blah. And he had to come out and was forced to apologize for something that he didn't even say. the media was putting words in his mouth. But now when it comes to when white people do wrong, it's under the rug. It doesn't get talked about compared to when a black person does wrong, especially a black athlete. Oh, it's all over the front fucking page news. We don't like that. So I agree with LeBron James on that point. Second, while I would disagree with him a little bit, just a tiny bit, and he also mentioned this, the fucking photo was like 60 years ago, okay? It was 1957. Jerry Jones was like a 14-year-old kid in high school. At that time, segregation was the norm. Racism was the norm. So as a 14, 15-year-old kid, you don't know no better compared to how old he is now. Jerry Jones is like in his 70s, 80s. So obviously, he's going to be like, he grew up at a time where that was normalized. So why the fuck are people trying to bring up shit that literally happened almost half a century ago, 50, 60 plus years ago into 2022? Why and this is the problem with today's generation. They always like to dig up dirt of things that you did way back in the past and try to bring it up now and be like, look, this is what the person did when they were 14. Forget the fact that they're 70 years old now. This is what he did when he was 14. Let's try to cancel him. Hold up. No, we're not doing that bullshit, because we could go and dig up some things that you did as a kid. Are we going to hold that standard and hold that accountability for you now? If LeBron James had Twitter when he was, let me say, 12, 13 years old and he tweeted something stupid, are we going to bring up back his old tweets and compare to the man that he is now at age 38? Fuck no, we're not going to do that. They tried to do the same thing to Kevin Hart a couple years ago. Kevin Hart tweeted something like 2013. They resurfaced it. They brought it back like, look, Kevin Hart did this even though it was 7-8 years ago. Look. And then they tried to narrate, put the narrative on there like, this is the type of person that you are. No, you grow. You're not the same person that you were a year ago, 2 years ago. No. And that was the norm. So we got to stop the bullshit out. But in terms of the questioning and the backlash, it was not there for Jerry Jones, but it was there for Kyrie Irving. You see the disproportionate treatment that black people face when they do something wrong compared to white people face when they do something wrong. And I'm going to say that again. Kyrie Irving ain't do shit wrong, in my opinion. So, like, why? What are we talking about? You know, it goes, the old expression goes, when white people get sick, black people get the flu. And that's just how it's coming across. Like, black people do something wrong, minuscule, they're asking for the death penalty. When white people go and kill somebody, oh, just a slap on the wrist. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So, but LeBron, I'm gonna give LeBron some smoke on this topic. Where were you, LeBron James, when you wanted to speak up? Why didn't you speak up to the company that you signed, the company that's making shoes for you, the company that you decided to take $1 billion, not million, $1 billion from, when they are overseas in China working those people to literally death? Why are you not speaking out against Nike for the things that they're doing in China, for the horrible working conditions that they're doing to the Chinese people? You're not going to say shit about that because it's like, well, hey, Nike's giving me all this money. I'm going to just, nah, I don't see it. Hear no evil, see no evil. So if you want to be a spokesperson, which you have done a good job at in terms of racial issues, you need to be a spokesperson for other shit that's going on in the world, not just pertaining to the black community. It got to pertain to everything. And as LeBron said, he got a powerful voice. He has a large platform, millions and millions of followers on social media. Now, as an athlete, you don't have to use that to be a voice of justice, to be a voice of change, but he decides to, and I applaud him for that. But you can't be a hypocrite. You can't say, well, I'm going to talk about this, but ignore this because I'm getting checks from that company. No, you got to talk about Nike, how the fuck that they're treating those people over in China, what they're doing to their workers in China. Nobody wants to talk about that, especially with the whole, I believe it was the Rockets GM. What was his name? He now works with this Daryl Morey situation happened with the whole China controversy, and Enes Kanter came at him. LeBron James was silent. Didn't say a word because Nike gave him hush money. So you can't pick and choose when you want to, oh, I'm going to talk about this because, it's going to make me look like a bigger person. But I'm not going to talk about that because, I'm getting my checks from that company, even though I know that they're doing wrong. I don't rock like that. I don't fuck with that. I don't like that hypocritical shit. So speak up on everything, not just certain things where you want to pick and choose. I don't respect that at all. But it's about time he finally says something. Now everybody wants to come to Kyrie Irving's defense, but when that first situation happened, they was attacking that man left and right. So you see who the real troopers are and who the fake ones are. You know what I'm saying? So everybody who stood behind Kyrie Irving, like myself, like a lot of people who have larger platforms than me, had a voice to be heard. And they was one of the reasons, the influence why you see all those people like LeBron, like Shaq, like Shannon Sharp, all of a sudden switch up and start defending Kyrie Irving to a certain degree. It's like, no. Stay where the fuck you were. You criticized that man for no reason. Don't come back and join this team. Stay where you were, because we saw your true colors, because your owners gave you that, hey, hush hush money. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But kudos to LeBron James, you know what I'm saying, for doing what he gotta do. And yeah, man, he's doing a good thing. But who the hell is calling me? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that, and I will catch you guys later, man. Peace. Take care.